Olivia. Hey, Olivia, look, just step into my office. Step into my office. Me and you got to talk. We got to talk. Now, I'm going to put this out there now. I love some Olivia Miles. I think she's the real deal. Love Olivia Miles since the Notre Dame days. Big fan of Olivia Miles. But see, I've been forced into a position to hold all the players that are in, get compared and people say better than Caitlin Clark and all that. I've been forced into the position to hold them to the same standard as Caitlin Clark, which means covering all of their shortcomings the same way every single Caitlin Clark shortcoming or minor failure gets covered. Olivia Miles just stunk it up. They're not going to talk about it on Jason Whitlock Fearless. Olivia Miles just stunk it up. It won't get talked about on ESPN. Nobody's going to talk about their shortcomings. Only Caitlin Clark's shortcomings is a major story. So I have to do this. The Golden State Valkyries put Olivia Miles in handcuffs. Natalie Nakase had a plan for her. She finally got a little bit of Caitlin Clark treatment. Things ain't so sweet, huh? Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit the bell notification, hype the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. Let's get right into things. Again, I started with love. I am a fan of Olivia Miles, but I got to do this because nobody else is going to do this and keep it real. These people, their shortcomings don't get covered. They're not stories. Only Caitlin Clark's shortcoming. Caitlin Clark missed 2 free throws. It's a story. Caitlin Clark had 19 points and 10 assists. She sucks. Caitlin Clark had 21.7 assists and 6 turnovers. Oh, she sucks. She's overrated. But Olivia Miles can go out there and have an all-out stink show, and nobody's going to talk about it. But you better know, over here on Keep the Vision, damn it, we going to talk about it.
Olivia Miles is one of those players who can make the game look incredibly smooth when she gets comfortable. But this game was different because Golden State clearly came in with a defensive plan designed to take her out of that comfort zone. Instead of allowing Miles to attack freely, they pressured the ball, crowded her space, and made every possession feel difficult. You can see the difference in these possessions. The defense isn't simply reacting to Olivia, it's anticipating her. That's important because when you're the primary ball handler, even a small amount of extra pressure can completely change your decision-making. The more uncomfortable you become, the faster you have to make decisions, and that's when mistakes start appearing. This was a perfect example of a talented guard being forced to play a game that wasn't on her terms.
Take a look at this. This is at halftime. Shout out to Jason. Let's Talk Sports on X, right? And I saw this because I was paying attention. When it comes to Olivia Page, I'm paying attention. I'm holding y'all to that CC standard. At halftime, Olivia Miles had 4 points, 3 assists, and 4 turnovers on 1 of 5 shooting. Here it says Golden State is giving her that Caitlin Clark treatment, pressure, physicality, making it their business to get the ball out of her hands. And suddenly the MVP production looks pretty damn ordinary. Hey, yo, Jason, you take it. Stir the pot. You've been cooking a little. You've been whipping up a little pot or something. Listen. Meanwhile, Maya Caldwell leads Minnesota with 9. If you're asking who the hell is Maya Caldwell, exactly. That's how deep Minnesota is. Now, let's see what happens after halftime. Does Miles solve this defense, or does somebody make the call and tell Golden State, let the superstar cook? Well, goddammit, the phone must have not worked. The phone wasn't working because Natalie Nakase wouldn't let Olivia Miles do nothing. A little bit of Caitlin Clark treatment had people looking real funny in the light. People be looking real funny. It's real easy to do these one-handed layups and all of this stuff. When you get guarded one-on-one, you're not getting blitzed out of ball screens. You're not getting trapped and doubled out of every side pick and roll. It look a little bit different when you get a little bit, just a little teensy-wincy of Caitlin Clark treatment for the game. Olivia Miles, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. She was a disaster. 4 turnovers, 1 of 5 from 3. She's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. She was a minus.
And this is where the Caitlin Clark comparison becomes interesting. Clark has become accustomed to teams throwing different defensive looks at her because opponents know exactly how dangerous she can be when she gets into rhythm. She gets pressured, trapped, chased around screens, and forced to give up the basketball. Olivia Miles got a taste of that type of attention here, and suddenly some of those normally easy-looking opportunities weren't available anymore. Golden State was shrinking the floor, closing driving lanes, and making her decide before she was ready. That's what elite defensive pressure does. It doesn't necessarily stop a player from making every play, it simply makes every play harder. And when you're being compared to a superstar like Clark, this is exactly the kind of situation where the comparison becomes meaningful. Can you still create when the defense has made you the priority?
12. She shot 25%, 3 of 12 shooting. She was a disaster. I have to cover it because nobody else is going to cover it. Monica McNutcase ain't gonna talk to y'all about this. Chinny Ogumake ain't gonna talk to y'all about this. My man Whitlock ain't gonna have this as a segment on the show. My man Charles don't want to talk about it. I got to talk about it. It is what it is, man. They had her in handcuffs. Natalie Nakase put a plan together and they locked her down so much so she was complaining to the ref. Oh, they talk about Caitlin Clark complaining to the ref. Why is she talking to the ref so much? Oh, she complaining. Oh, she this. Oh, she that. What is this right here? What is this right here? Take a look. Take a look-see. Olivia Miles complaining to the ref, talking about Tiffany Hayes is doing too much. And all it is, like, come on now. Come on. Look at her. Look at her. She's doing too much.
It's that last play.
She's mad now. Look, she looked like she ready to cry. She looked like she ready to cry. A little bit of real defense get played. They get a little bit physical, a little bit of double teams. Don't let you get switches and go one-on-one at the top of the key versus bigs and centers and all that. It look a little bit funny. Now, I love Olivia Miles, but at the end of the day, you are great. I have to hold you to the same standard we holding Caitlin Clark to, damn it. I'm not going to let you off the hook, stinking it up. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I am holding you to the same standard.
The final numbers tell you just how difficult the night became. Miles finished with 8 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists and 4 turnovers, shooting 3 of 12 from the field and 1 of 5 from three-point range. Those numbers are obviously disappointing, but the important thing is not to turn one bad performance into a statement about her entire career. Instead, look at what the game revealed. Golden State found ways to disrupt her rhythm, force difficult decisions, and make her work for every opportunity. There were also moments of frustration, which is completely normal in a physical game, but that's another part of becoming an elite player, learning how to stay composed when nothing is going your way. Great players don't avoid bad games. They learn how to respond to them.
My God, look at this right here. Jason even said this, 8 points, 5 assists, 4 turnovers, and y'all want me to sit here with a straight face and call Olivia Miles the MVP? An MVP candidate? Absolutely not. She wasn't just bad tonight. She got exposed, couldn't score, couldn't take care of the basketball, and then Golden State started hunting her on defense like they smelled blood and water. But here comes the predictable part. If Caitlin Clark put up this is what I agree 100% on, which is why I'm doing this when it comes to Olivia Miles and Paige Bueckers. This part right here. If Caitlin Clark put up this exact stat line, the internet will be holding a damn congressional hearing about whether she's overrated. Every missed shot will have a slow motion replay. Every turnover will become a viral clip. Every defensive possession will come a dissertation. But Olivia Miles, I'm sure we'll hear about one bad game. She's still developing and every excuse imaginable. Miss me with it. You wanted her an MVP conversation and she gets MVP level scrutiny too. Tonight, she was terrible. Golden State bullied her. Veronica Burton hunted her, and she had absolutely no answer. Keep that same energy. And that's what I agree with 100%. I agree 100%. And I have been forced into this role to.
And that's ultimately the biggest takeaway from this performance. Olivia Miles is still a talented player with plenty of potential, but when you're being discussed at an MVP level, the standard naturally becomes higher. Caitlin Clark faces that reality every night. When Clark struggles, the criticism can become enormous, so if Miles is going to be compared with that level of player, she has to be evaluated honestly as well. Golden State didn't prove that Olivia Miles isn't good, they proved that she still has another level to reach when defenses completely focus on stopping her. Now the question is what happens next? Can she watch this film, recognize where the traps came from, improve her decision-making, and come back with better counters? Because if she can, this bad performance could become one of the most valuable lessons of her season. One tough game doesn't define Olivia Miles. Her response to it will tell us much more.
hold everybody accountable. I cannot let Olivia Miles off the hook with an all-out stink show. Because if Caitlin Clark went out there and had 8 points, 5 turnovers, 4 assists, whatever, 3 for 12, 1 of 5 for 3, it'd be a story. I would have been getting calls to go on shows already for tomorrow. So we got to hold everybody. We got to hold everybody accountable. Here it says, Olivia Miles was guarded like a number 1 option tonight for all 4 quarters. The Valkyries did an amazing job scouting her layup package as well. These were her stats tonight. Okay, look, this is what happens when teams say, hey, we're not about to let you do whatever you want to do. And that's just what it is. Take a look at this right here. Not everybody can tolerate that Caitlin Clark defensive effort from teams. Olivia Miles saw it tonight and looked basic. Listen, I think that Olivia Miles is the real deal. I love the way she plays the game. But at the end of the day, y'all talk her up this Caitlin Clark mountain. We got to hold her to the same standard. 8 points, 3 of 12 shooting. Y'all better talk about it. This would be a national story if this was Caitlin Clark. She got a little bit of Clark treatment tonight and folded like cheap lawn chairs. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. This Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel.